Hello, everybody, and Dukes. It's TC, and welcome back to Comic Studio. And we're probably not gonna be reviewing anything around here. So this is the story of, you guessed it, it's probably Cherry Chip Cookie's story that he fell in love for something else. If I'm not probably what I'm never gonna be asking around here for this one. So, I'm gonna be putting around here for one of these things until my computer is going to crash instantly. And we never seen this before. This is absolutely going to be very weird as possible. It's not going to be part 1 or 2 or 3. It's definitely is going to be for something as well. So, I'm going to be clicking all around here for these ones. I'm going to be clicking all around here for these comic posts. I'm not actually going to be seeing what is actually going to be trying to refresh. But if I see the ad pop-ups like these, I should absolutely refreshing this page that I'm a little bit disappointed of. So this is a little bit bad as well. When I go recording of this video around as well, when we see this ad pop-ups like this video could be bad. Really bad is not going to be. If that continuously add pop-ups from multiple times, this would be literally a bad news for me in my video. Of course, it might gotta be for something like this, but it's okay. Let's just start around here for this one. And he was born, or she was born on Crime Republic until she was killed in Burning Spice's temple. So, I'm not probably sure. This is actually for some sort of like anything as well. So, it got for most of the sprites instead of missing sprites. But there is probably one missing sprite that we never probably seen this one that couldn't actually look like that anyway. But since this comic studio has been discontinued for a long time, that this comic studio was literally abandoned itself for good because she continues to be focused on for something like posts, like anything around here from anymore and other kinds of stuff. So this is absolutely like anything as well, but even though their parents have tragically dying, or probably something like this, her parents have just died off because her father falls off a cliff tragically. But even though this is absolutely for bad news for her, she tries to make her own family by meeting up with Red Velvet Cookie. But even though that her relations wasn't going to be like that anyway, so not even though that we never seen this before, but all we have started here isn't going to be for some sort of necessary as well. So she have friends with other kinds of cookies, except Madeline Cookie that she was tensioned of. That somebody who actually cheated for some sort of a little bit, but not even close around here that she killed him instantly. Or not. Even though she have a good talks with Espresso Cookie, but not even though long before it wasn't going to be for around here. So she was asking Eternal Sugar Cookie that her boyfriend was Red Velvet Cookie, even though she was up into some sort of like anything around as well, like the Sugar Palace or the Sugar Paradise or something. Meanwhile, that doesn't gonna be like anything as well, like the two-headed snake. She was so feared of Shadow Milk Cookie that she doesn't want to meet him instead. So, he eventually cheated something as well, like pure vanilla or something, I cannot believe. He had relations or some sort of have a good friends with pure vanilla cookie, but there's not exactly what it's gonna be. So there are the same for one of them as well, for one of these guys. It's not gonna be his Diddy or her Diddy as well. And even though these are the gang we're absolutely that they have just doing up against. So, meanwhile, this isn't going to be for some sort of like anything as well. They were terrifying at him as well. So, she was extremely angry as well, but even not before she's absolutely cutting off around here for this one. She totally hates something like poison mushroom and liquor cookie, and then red velvet or some sort of like anything as well. Red velvet cookie kissed her, and she have felt in love with him. This is absolutely very necessary that they have absolutely feared her as well. But not even well, that isn't going to be for something like that. That red velvet cookie, even this guy, is absolutely going to be for this one. But even though that she yells and commands that I'm pretty sure that she did this for this trend around here from Archie and for one of these guys. The Archie show or the Archie's comic books that we never seen them before. So she yells and commands him to sit down, but eventually look like that anyway. But even more for sure, that wasn't going to be for something as way. 1 year and 20 days ago, I have celebrated for the last time since I totally almost forgot my anniversary like this. It was the 4th anniversary since 2025, since I haven't posted around here, but I totally posted around here as well. But since Rindodorito XD got 20 followers, that they absolutely being celebrated as of my channel as well. So since during the fall year, it was a year ago that before the Pride Month or something like the 4th of July, it was something like it's not gonna be my best day ever as well. That we definitely never seen this before. So that wasn't going to be believed that this is actually, it's not going to be a little bit funny, but this is absolutely getting a little bit happy or some sort of like anything as well. So she's a little bit happy with pure vanilla cookie, and the description says platonic cherry vanilla core. And then they're absolutely having relations with red velvet cookie, and they absolutely still fall in love until they get even married. But not once again, she was totally afraid of spiders, and well, that she is asking Espresso Cookie to kill it. So there is a little bit more about it as well, but I couldn't believe this wasn't going to be like that anyway. So this wasn't long before it wasn't going to be that way. So it's not going to be her last appearance, but there is still more stories around here for just like their way. I can't believe it, this won't be gonna be necessary as well, but if I probably see their ad pop-ups again. Right, I've already said that at the beginning of this video. So, right everyone, let's start around here as well. She is asking Pavlova Cookie could be her son, and many of them as well, so I probably continue to check them out as possible, that I'm probably not sure. So, even though she's going to be giving him some soft tacos later, as for this time. So, she started to have some family, but not in the meanwhile, she is absolutely becoming a soccer mom or something. So, even that I'm not probably seeing this as well, she sees Madeline Cookie has her ex-boyfriend as well, even having relations with Raspberry Cookie. But even though Red Velvet Cookie is absolutely going to get revenge with something else. So, her boyfriend was Red Velvet Cookie. I know I actually said that already. But then one day, they're absolutely driving itself for an Alpina, of course, but I'm not probably sure. She runs over Madeline Cookie and definitely drives up away from the crime scene. And what that definitely never saw isn't going to be for something as well, but sometimes they're gonna get arrested. Wouldn't Madeline Cookie, Captain Capsation, or I'm probably sure Madeline Cookie was already murdered. But then Captain Kipsation and Clotted Cream Cookie is gotta be arrested, including Cherry Chip Cookie. But even though this is totally a little bit nonsense as well, so she definitely killed him as even quickly, instantly. She definitely killed him instantly. Definitely ridiculous as well. She is definitely psychotic. And anything, she's on her way home before she's gotten arrested around here for something until she was exiled from Creme Republic. But even though she walked up into her mother's as well, this is actually Clotted Cream Cookie's mother. And his father, like here for this one, she absolutely a little bit talking for a little bit long. But even though that wasn't absolutely look like they're friends, because Clotted Cream Cookie is tensioning about her with his parents and his Diddy, and she was kicked out by Elder Custard Cookie. That was even for something as well, but she have caught by Elder Custard Cookie and arrested her and taken to court for custody, and she was nowhere to be seen again until she was completely exiled out of Creme Republic. But even though, meanwhile, but absolutely somewhere nowhere for some times of this, Pavlova Cookie met about their parents, with their dad and mom for some sort of like anything as well. She wouldn't actually going to be kicked around here for some sort of like anything as well, but probably sure that she'll let Pavlova Cookie have rabbits as possible, but not even to just one. But looks like that she was encountered by something else. Even mysteriously, Mystic Flower Cookie appears behind her back. She was totally feared that she was a little bit scared to turn her into flour, but this is absolutely a little bit bad. It wasn't going to be. But then she went for something as well, for talk a little bit for some sort of like anything as well. And she have talked for them as probably a little bit for some sort of like this one, so she's going to get away with this. She regret them as literally possible. But one of these three cookies like Shadow Milk, Black Sapphire, and Candy Apple Cookie are going to get revenge on Cherry Chip Cookie as possible. That they definitely never going to see her again. But definitely she meets Burning Spice Cookie, and he appears out of nowhere, and she was totally scared about Burning Spice Cookie, even for sure. She was totally scared about Shadow Milk Cookie, that that he is out to get them as well. He made a message to Pure Vanilla Cookie, and he's going to come out and get him as possible. We never probably pretty sure that isn't going to be for around here. She have furious talks with Shadow Milk Cookie, and then Pure Vanilla has just even tried to get them out of here as possible, even for Cherry Chip Cookie, as that we never pretty sure. But she was a little bit scared, as of White Little Cookie was also scared about him as well. So, moving on for another couple of these guys as well. And there aren't going to be for something like anything about it else. But most likely, before their family is going to be, which is not exactly it's going to be around here. So, we're going to be taking a look around here for this one. So, there is more something within reunited with their friends, and not anywhere it goes. Another story like this could be actually he was, and they are the relations about themselves, but looks like they're absolutely having a good relations around here for this one. But of course, there's no appearance around here whatsoever. I'm gonna be scrolling up and we'll see a little bit more. She had a WhatsApp video or some sort of WhatsApp profile. She made her WhatsApp profile and probably calling other cookies like good or bad and other things like anywhere itself. So, all the way to its last one, but I can't believe that I have nowhere where she is, but definitely this isn't going to be for some sort of like anything as well. She is still alive, and that is going to be her last appearance of anything as well. So, looks like this isn't going to be for something like anything as well, for having such as pretty moments like anything it was. So there are a few stories left around here for this one. It absolutely gonna be taking up over 20 minutes as long as possible. Since the previous video that I just made for over 20 minutes, and one of the longest videos that I just made yesterday, it was definitely over 2 days ago that I just posted out. Espresso Cookie thinks something dumb about Star Coral Cookie when she came out of nowhere that she said she's a minor, but of course that she wasn't actually going to grow old, but of course that wasn't going to be something like that anyway for somewhere about here for something else. I cannot believe. There are the concepts of the cookies like there before, so this is absolutely for something that isn't gonna be a little bit before. So, not anywhere that she have left anyway for something as well, but looks like Black Sapphire Cookie was angry, including Candy Apple Cookie, that this is absolutely that they have said phobia to her. And then Shadow Milk Cookie came out of nowhere to snatch her mind and loses her feelings about something else. Even though Dark Cacao and Golden Cheese Cookie, who had tried to care about her, but this is absolutely totally a bad news for something else, that she have kept being scared for far too long against one of the beast cookies, except Eternal Sugar Cookie and something else like Silent Salt Cookie, even though. But not the rest of them for something as well from anything as well. They're absolutely having for good times as their younger age like anybody as well from these guys. There are good friends like Espresso Cookie, Pure Vanilla Cookie, but even this is actually could be her mommy as well. This is absolutely Cherry Chip's uncle. Probably that I wasn't probably look like anything to do so, but even though Peach Blossom Cookie wasn't gonna be look like the mother anyway as well, she has her husband that she tries to marry about for him as well, since Red Velvet Cookie is going to marry her as well, but she doesn't have any parents, but this is a bad news that isn't going to be for some sort of like anything as well. It was between them as well, so I'm probably not sure where that her parents is going to be. You could able to be drawing her parents about Cherry Chip Cookie about here for something as well. If you let me know down in the comments that you should actually draw her parents or something as well when she remembers about them. And she was also tensioned about Madeline Cookie, so she's her rival or ex-boyfriend. She's also a huge fan of Rockstar Cookie itself. But none of them as well. Everyone for their friends and anything for themselves. And her gang like Squid Ink Cookie, Sorbet Shark, and Captain Capsations. But not the most of them. There are the cherries around here for the cherry cookies like anything as well. The cookies like Cherry Cola, Cherry Bomb Cookie, Cherry Blossom, and Cherry Ball Cookie. That was there anybody like anything as well, looked like cousins, and anything as well we never think about here for this one. So, somebody is absolutely looking about her for some sort of like anything as well, but somebody swears at her for somewhere as that I'm not actually to do this as well. So, even she looks at the farmer taking a dump around here. I have seen this from this intro from Kentucky Ballistics, and this is absolutely way weirder than I never expected as well. Shooting guns with very ballistic weapons, like I definitely seen this from the internet. So moving on to the next one. So this is absolutely that the lustful friend is going to take her for something as well. Before she was rescued, she has started to get a little bit more lustful and spreading Cherry Chip Cookie's legs up here, but this is not absolutely going to be taking a little bit more sense as well. She was chased by Eternal Sugar Cookie before. And there must be a bunch of relations that we never seen this before. I've already seen this back in the previous videos. So definitely she have started around here for some kind of a little marriage or some kind of a very good relations about between Cherry Chip Cookie and Red Velvet Cookie. She had her some kind of a profile from WhatsApp and anything that she got her friends and enemies, like anything around here for these things as well, that she want to hang out for somebody. But this isn't going to be for around here that she says, bro, when you did here have wife and kids, but that doesn't make any sense around here for anything around here whatsoever. I have already seen this post before 3 days ago that I just recorded around of this video. This is absolutely her last appearance of this comic or some sort of like anything as well. So this is probably the last appearance on her life or some sort of like anything as well. So before something like anything after her marriage around here for this one. So this isn't going to be for something like this. She's having friends with Fire Spirit Cookie, even though what it's not going to be whatsoever what she wants. But even though she is absolutely going to be almost her friend, but she tries to devour her for something else. Even Agar Cookie is going to devour Cherry Chip Cookie as possible. Definitely, it's going to be not so nice, but very creepy as it was. This is getting a little bit terrifying about her for something as well. Even though Fire Spirit Cookie wasn't going to be look like anything as well, so she's a little bit good about him or anything as well. She was a little bit tensioned about Fire Spirit Cookie, but still friends with him as possible. But even though that wasn't going to be like anything as well, but looks like not the other guys for something else that they have talked around here. So she's still having her friends with Red Velvet Cookie after her marriage or something like else, like anything as well. But one of these cookies that they look girls everywhere and mommy like this thing as well for this one. I cannot believe for one of these cookies are totally boys everywhere, known as anything as well. These guys or like the cookies are probably, even though as well, they're boys like anything as well. These guys of one of the cookies like Lilac Cookie on the other hand, Prune Juice, Affogato, Rockstar Cookie, and Eclair, except for Peach Blossom Cookie that we never seen this before. As when her marriage comes on around here for this one, I couldn't believe that they are having a little bit of family together, except Pavlova Cookie. He came return to the sugar paradise and never come back for his lonely reasons for something else. I couldn't believe that does not absolutely gonna be making much more sense than ever before, and that is how they made her daughter before for something else. So this is going to be Cherry Truffle Cookie. This is the daughter of Cherry Chip Cookie, and absolutely that could be the family photo with a cake hound itself. I definitely never seen this before. When Cherry Truffle Cookie was born out of nowhere, Pavlova came to for her help, but I'm not sure it was too late for her as well. Nothing possible worried as well for some sort of like anything as well. So Red Velvet Cookie was still worried for a long time that even though that because of her labor in a few hours ago, said Red Velvet Cookie. But then in a couple of few minutes as well, because Pavlova Cookie is going to be her bigger brother of Cherry Truffle Cookie that we never seen. This what happens next. But then Pomegranate Cookie came out of nowhere, and she says she finally came out of nowhere that I'm not probably sure, because Pomegranate Cookie and Matcha Cookie helping her baby out for some sort of like anything as well. But even though this isn't going to be for such as a good story, as in her chamber for some sort of like that thing as well, there are boys that they have came out of their nowhere as well, but I cannot believe that she is totally okay, but she was still alive, and something is crying out of nowhere, and her little daughter came out of nowhere for somewhere around here for these two, that they have met their beautiful daughter, which means she is totally ugly. That I never probably seen this before. But when before her death, because that I'm not probably sure. This is where Cherry Chip Cookie dies beyond for something as well. So this is where she gave birth to Cherry Truffle Cookie before her death comes on. This is absolutely going to be for her tragic mystery for something as well. Then she could have actually tried to find that will as well. But meanwhile, in Burning Spice's temple, she's absolutely anything around here for anything to do this as well. But sometimes she took her diary, and Burning Spice Cookie came out of nowhere and punched in her back and all the way through her body as well. He brutally kills her instantly as possible. And that was probably her shocking moments, that she finally died, like Rengoku's death all over again looked like that. She fell down and she suddenly passed away. But Red Velvet Cookie came out of nowhere absolutely trying to see her. He was shocked, probably before her death as well. Sometimes she wasn't actually resurrected by this guy as well, but Jeebus. But even not anything as well, he resurrected her and finally came back to her life. But I'm not probably sure. She wasn't absolutely very infested, but looks like she have came down as well. He have seen something shocking and putting her in the grave, since her death have just finally come on, until Jeebus arrive to resurrect her for her memories. But that wasn't going to be feel as what she's absolutely what she have ended. So I'm not actually probably something that isn't going to be for around here. So she's still good around here from anything as well. Before she wasn't actually that. I'm not sure that she faked her death. So her new friends like Wedding Cake Cookie, Pure Vanilla, and Pancinia Cookie as well. I'm not probably sure that. However, Red Velvet Cookie started his own show, but that wasn't absolutely look like this anything as well for show tunes like this one. And she paid off out of here to sign anything off around here for this one, whatever what it is. And that's how the last appearance of Cherry Chip Cookie is possibly posted on September 12th of 2025. So I wonder where the beginning is going to be, that I'm not very sure that isn't actually going to be. So Cherry Cookie has came back alive since her death comes to do this as well. She faked her death. I'm not absolutely probably sure that that wasn't going to be for something like else. Let's see her first post that wasn't going to be for a long time ago, and not before just like that, before Murder Drones came out, like the first comics that she posts. As you can see, Cherry Chip Cookie appears in May 9th of 2025, before I posted around for the 4th anniversary of my channel itself during establishment. that I could have believed that isn't going to be for such as good that I am. So, not anyways that I never posted for some videos whatsoever that I just tried because of autism reasons of my mind, stupidly. So, even of course, that wasn't long before this isn't going to be for some sort of like this. This is the very first appearance, and the last appearance will be in September 12th of this year. I cannot believe that I'm not actually seeing this before. So, that was probably the end of this video, and it is going to be for over 30 minutes for this time as well, that I'm pretty sure. So this is the last appearance that we never seen this before, that I'm pretty sure that before the Windows 10 may eventually receiving no updates as well till for something as well, because that unfortunately I never seen this shocking as well, because until October 14, they will stop supporting about Windows 10 anymore as well. But still, something as well until it's completely over as for anybody itself. So, thankfully, that will be the end of this video. And of course, the link is going to be in the description below of her profile about Rin the Doritos comics, like anything about where it goes. So, thanks for watching, and you may check out the main website of this free website about comic posts, comic creators, and communities as we look like. So, probably that's it, everyone, for some sort of like anything as well. So, that's all for today. I'll see you in the next video around here for this one in 2 days, and I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later. So, thanks for watching, and this is TC is signing off.